Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Outdoor Madness. I'm Kerry Clark. Thanks so much for tuning in. When it comes to your kids, especially when they're babies, well, before they can walk, they have to learn how to crawl, right? And the next thing you know, they're pulling themselves up, then they learn how to balance, and they start walking. And then before long, they're running, right? Running all over your house, tearing up everything, jumping on the bed, skipping, hopping, screaming. Ah! Well, what does this have to do with your kids learning how to ride a dirt bike? Well, it's kind of similar. Before they can ride, they have to learn how to balance, right? Then once they learn how to balance, they have to learn how to use the throttle. They have to learn how to use the clutch, learn how to shift. Before long, they're blowing up berms, they're doing double jumps, right? Well, Stacyc has come up with one of the best ideas to teach your kids how to ride a dirt bike. And it has to do with this right here. Not only that, Husqvarna Motorcycles has teamed up with Stacyc and has put their brand and their logo on Stacyc bicycles. So you know what? Not only does your kid get to learn how to ride on a cool bike, but he gets to look like a professional when he's doing it. Well, recently, I hooked up with Andy Jefferson, who is a former motocross and supercross racer who is now the media relations manager at Husqvarna Motorcycles. He's going to tell us all about how this Stacyc bike works and the Husqvarna brand.
About our Stacyc's e-bikes that we have for little kids, and these bikes started out, Stacyc's is the company that makes these electric bikes for all kinds of kids, and they make them for everyone out there. We branded these with the Husqvarna logo. It's a bike that's a 10-inch wheel. It's for probably anywhere from 3 up to 4 years old, 5 years old, and then you graduate up to the next size, which is a 16-inch wheel. It's just a new direction for the kids to go. It has 3 modes on it on both bikes. It has a mode, the original mode goes about 2 to 4 miles an hour. You can step it up a little bit more to probably 8 or 9 miles an hour, and then up to like 15 miles an hour. So you can kind of control what it's for the kids riding, especially when they're new to riding. And basically, when they start out, you just pull a battery and kind of use it as just like a strider. And then as they get used to it, you can pop the battery in and put it in the mode 1, so it just goes slow, and you can walk next to them and get them used to putting their feet up, and then you just progress from there. So it's just a way to get kids in and get them to learn how to balance and learn how to use a brake, that kind of thing. So that's what we're doing with those bikes. Okay, this is our next generation of bike, or as the kids get older. This is what we call an E5, and it equates to the same size as basically our 50cc motorcycle, so the frame and the geometry is all the same. This bike right here has been lowered. It's lowered to the lowest that you can get it. It's probably about 21 inches seat height or so. It's pretty low compared to as you step up. And these bikes all have the ability to lower and raise them by moving the subframe up or down in the frame, and you can move the tank up and down. So what this allows us to do is a kid can start out really little, and then as they grow, you increase the size of everything, the frame size. Also, the suspension on this bike has been lowered 2 inches. So as they grow and they get bigger, you raise the suspension, you raise the bike. So hopefully this bike can last from a kid that's 4 or 5 years old all the way up to 8 or 9 years old. But you don't have to buy separate bikes or different bikes. Same thing with this bike. It has 3 different modes. Well, really it has 6 modes, let me say, but 3 you see up here on the little screen. There's 3 different modes there, but as you're adjusting the modes, you can get all the way up to 6 as the lights light up on the panel. So 1 is obviously the slowest mode, all the way up to 6, which is the fastest mode. So you can also control what the kid does and how fast they go. There's also other safety features in. You have up here, there would be a little red cover that goes onto a leash onto the kid's arm, so if they fall, the bike shuts off and stops. Then under the seat, this one's for the kids. There is normally this gray connector is on here, and this gray connector allows the bike to change modes. So you know how when you're probably teaching your kid to ride, they want to go faster and you don't want them to go faster yet. So if you just take this off and take it with you, they can't change the mode. So that's a big safety feature on this bike. Other than that, it's basically the same as our 50cc bike, but you don't have to change oil. You don't have to change filters. You have to put gas in. All you gotta do is, the kid's done riding it, plug it in, let it charge, and they can go back riding. These are great for riding in small areas in your backyard, making a little track for a kid to ride. There's no noise. I mean, you have dust, but there's no noise, so they can do it, no one will know. It's probably a place you could ride a bicycle, you could ride one of these, and people would be just fine.
So there you have it, guys. If you're thinking about your kids into motocross and supercross, get them on a Stacyc. One of the best ways to teach them how to ride a dirt bike. I'm Kerry Clark for Outdoor Madness. Thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And you know what? We'll see you on the next episode. Oh man, kids, they didn't have them things when I was young. Kids have everything nowadays, little suckers. All we had was a Briggs and Stratton, mini bikes, big old heavy, whatever.